Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the HHWShow podcast. I'm Obi-Wan with Frank C in the house.
Sup,
SummerSlam is
people?
over. That's right. SummerSlam is done, and we're starting a new chapter getting ready for WWE Payback. But a lot of surprising news happening in the wrestling industry. And I got my boyfriend. We're going to talk about that because that is our focal point right here. I know Hector couldn't be joining us, but Hector, continue your celebration there as he's celebrating his anniversary. So props to him.
Good luck.
Um, but here's the catch, man. Seth freaking Rollins has a target on his back, and he's always said it that once you're a champion, you're always gonna get a target on your back. And this time, it was standing right in front of him, and it was no other than Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yeah, I didn't see that one coming though.
I
You
noticed
know,
it. You know why? Because he had an interview, and he said he's sick and tired of. He said he's going to really control his path. He hates when other people is controlling him, right? And anyhow, he's trying to succeed. He's trying to win, but that frustration between him and Bronson Reed, right? I mean, finally he got that victory, but notice that he already had a match. Then he went ahead and said, "Look, if Sami Zayn, which was taken out by JD, we'll talk about that later."
mhm.
And they were missing a third person for a six-man tag that was going to be with Cody Rhodes and Sami Zayn. Other than that, I mean, Shinsuke, he did what he had to do, man.
Yeah, he did. I mean, like I said, I was caught by surprise. I didn't think he would. I actually thought it was going to be another Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins.
What was the face
You know,
reaction when he said, "Yo, you need another partner? I'm there." He volunteered to be Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins thought about it. He trusted him more than what he did with Cody Rhodes. See
yeah,
what I'm saying? And Cody Rhodes is trying to be the nice guy. He's not that type of person that's going to backstab you. But for some odd reason, I don't know what was up with Seth Rollins against Cody. Maybe it's the fact that he lost three times and afraid to losing the fourth time. So he still wanted to remain champion. So maybe that was his attitude. But it backfired because Shinsuke took him out.
definitely. I mean, like I said, I didn't see it coming, and I was like, oh gosh. When I saw it, I was like, I was left in awe. It was one of those awe moments, like, oh, I shouldn't say no. So I mean, I like him as a good guy. He just to me it just looked like he just turned.
Yeah, but how many
So
good guys can we have in one roster, right?
yeah, for sure, definitely. You can't have that many good guys.
So
Gotta have some bad guys.
So I see a matchup coming up for Payback: Shinsuke Nakamura versus Seth Rollins for the World Championship. I think that's what's gonna happen. I'm also gonna see maybe Damian Priest versus Finn Balor.
I think that is very likely to happen because let me tell you, they were going at it. If it wasn't for Rhea Ripley that just hey, come on guys, try to smooth things over.
But there's something that JD said, and I couldn't get it right away because he said it so fast. But it was something about Money in the Bank briefcase. Now I've seen Money in the Bank briefcase a challenge, right? And most of the time, if you challenge the Money in the Bank briefcase, you end up losing it. If
Yeah,
if Damian Priest and Finn Balor go at it on Payback, I think Finn Balor is going to take that Money in the Bank briefcase.
you think Damien's that dumb to put that thing up?
Damian's not going to have a choice because JD is going to interfere.
Yeah, I think I have to agree with you on that one.
I'm just
JD
saying.
will, but I don't see why you're gonna
But
put up the.
JD attacked Sami Zayn and he took him out. Like he had an elbow sprain or something like that. He had a little bump, a big bump on his elbow,
Mhm.
right? And I'm saying to myself, look, if he could do that and he's not even in Judgment Day, what's going to happen when Damian Priest and Finn Balor go at it? I'm telling you. And what's DM going to do and what is Rhea Ripley going to do? Nothing.
No, nothing. They can't get involved in that match.
Yeah, but JD will, I guarantee.
Well, yeah,
Also, we
because
learned,
JD is a Finn guy. We'll put it that way. You know, they've been friends for 28 years or whatever amount of time it was.
well, it is
You
what it
know,
is. But the other interesting thing is, and Big Jace, who commented to me on my Twitter account, said Chad Gable is going to be the next guy to challenge Gunther. And sure enough, he was spot on. Fatal four way, Chad Gable. I still don't think Chad Gable got what it takes to beat Gunther, but could he pull it off and be another Kurt Angle?
I hope not. You know, I mean
It's
that's
interesting thought there.
no, yeah, it's possible. It's very possible, but I don't think Chad Gable's the guy to dethrone Gunther. No, I think to dethrone Gunther, you gotta have some powerhouse, you know,
Maybe somebody
or
as tall
something
as
like
him.
that. Yeah, you know.
Hey man, size doesn't matter, man. In a fight, size does not matter.
No, you're right. You're right, but I just don't. I don't see Chad Gable doing it. But then again, it is the WWE where you have Rey Mysterio beat a 7 foot giant when he's only 4'3". So
No. Another one that I caught interested in is Shayna Baszler against Zoe Stark. Now, Shayna Baszler did win. However, she has some words for Becky Lynch. So I got a feeling that once Becky Lynch finishes with Trish Stratus, that the focal point will be her versus Shayna Baszler.
well, I hope so because remember before Becky found out she was pregnant, they started to have their little war. All right, and then Becky ends up pregnant, and there goes the war. I remember, I don't remember the comment that Shayla Baszler made, but she did make a comment.
Well, she made a personal comment about her baby, her pregnancy, and yada yada yada. Like there was a lot that she said about her, and it was deep, but that they got taken away, right? And so Shayna Baszler's character also changed. So,
Correct.
but now it's coming back after defeating her best friend, a mentor, whatever it is, of Ronda Rousey. She handled business with Zoe Stark, and I'm interested to see how far she's going to go. Will she maintain as the Queen of Spade? That's what I'm interested in.
I hope she could. I hope she
I'm
maintains the
hoping that
Queen of Spades.
she goes against Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley
That will.
beat her in NXT for the NXT title.
Ooh, well, that will be good. You
Absolutely,
know, I mean,
definitely would be.
I do think Ripley needs to start defending her freaking title.
Yeah, well, what's her name showed up, Raquel Rodriguez, and she's still not clear to wrestle, but she's holding on to
Mhm.
that title with not that many defense. Absolutely right. What else? LA Knight versus The Miz.
That's going to be a fun match to see. You know,
Yes.
because LA Knight could wrestle, and so could Miz, and they could put on a really good show.
I think finally we might get a pay-per-view event, premium live event with The Miz in it.
It'll be about time. It's been a
Yeah,
while.
very long time. You talking about surprises? The big surprise, the New Day returns and they went ahead and defeated the Viking Raiders. So the Viking
Nice.
Raiders offered an open challenge, and the New Day showed up and they handled the business. They didn't miss a beat. So that strengthens the tag team division.
Listen, it's always great to see the New Day.
Hmm.
All right, they're awesome. They've always been a great tag team. I think I think they're up there in the tag team division as far as rankings, regardless that they've been gone for X amount of time.
Right.
I mean, they remember they battled the Usos for a bit back and forth,
That's exactly.
for titles, and
Probably one of the
those
best matches that I've seen so far in the WWE. There hasn't been any other tag team that come close to it.
no, at all,
Hmm.
at all.
Um, and of course, look, we're skipping on, or not skipping on, but towards the end of the event, Seth freaking Rollins, Cody Rhodes, and Shinsuke defeated the Judgment Day. However, the funniest part on that one was Finn Balor got stomped again. That money briefcase is not his friend, bro.
No,
No,
that's why. I mean, I think I don't know, man. It's that case is it's not his friend. It's not his.
right.
And it keeps on messing with him. So it's gonna be interesting what happens with that case.
Well, we're gonna be interested to see what's the follow up between Seth freaking Rollins and Shinsuke Nakamura. Another thing that was mentioned was Cody Rhodes versus Dominic Mysterio. Dominic Mysterio is defending his title on Tuesday night at NXT. Um, but besides that, I got a feeling we might have another match: Cody versus Dominic.
I don't. I think that's just a stupid match. That's a waste of time.
I don't
I
know.
mean,
This time,
really.
Dominic Mysterio wants to go after Cody, but see, it's Mama or Mommy Rhea
I mean,
Ripley doing all the talking,
doesn't
and
she
it's
always?
and it's always crazy to see Dominic Mysterio trying to step up, knowing that if the Judgment Day wasn't around, he won't be doing what he's doing.
He
You
would
ever think
be.
that's like
He
in
would.
reality, right?
I
Oh,
think so.
you think you're
I
big
think.
back with you with your boys? Let's go 1-on-1. Come over here. Yeah, okay, you
I.
chicken shit. That's exactly what's
He,
gonna happen.
yeah, yeah. I think he would be hanging out with Daddy still. Riding Daddy's coattails if the Judgment Day what wasn't around. So you know, I don't know.
All right, so here let's go back to the bloodline, shall we? Because this is a great takeaway, and I need to hear your prediction or your assumption or whatever it is about the Usos. You ready? Here we go. The biggest surprise in SummerSlam was Jimmy Uso interfering in the match in a tribal combat between Roman Reigns and Jey Uso. Now, Jimmy and Jey are twins. If for some my reason Jimmy turned on his own brother, Roman Reigns gets the victory. They're going to meet up this Friday on SmackDown, and it's going to be Jimmy acknowledging Roman Reigns. So that's what's happening. But the biggest thing is, what do you think Jey Uso's on his mind? What is on his mind right now?
Why, Jimmy? Why? Okay, I cannot comprehend how a twin is gonna backstab his twin like that. I when I saw that happening, I just said, "Wow, you guys just tossed everything that I've been talking about twins and them never turning on each other." I just I'm lost. I don't even know where the storyline is going anymore. I love where it's I love seeing it, but I'm lost. I can't even predict it anymore to say, hey, yeah, this guy's gonna do this or this guy's gonna do that. It's do what you gotta do. I don't agree with it with the twins turning on each other. Because there's a bond that twins have. and that bond is not ever breakable. But I guess maybe in the Samoan culture it is.
So about that, and I'm gonna write a piece later on this week about that culture. And from what I read, a tribal chief earns that recognition.
Hmm.
Most of the time, it's going through the family. Okay.
Hmm.
Um, but there's nothing that says that you fight to the top. You just don't hand it over because you lost a match and give it to someone, right? It's like a committee or something like that. And it's all about respect. They truly honor the word respect in that family. And trying to go back, Roman Reigns doesn't feel like Jey Uso is respecting the bloodline. He's an assumption that, oh, you want to be like me, you want to take this, and to be able to do that tribal match, which I still disagree on the result, and here's why. The rules that Paul Heyman said, no disqualification, got it. You can use anything you want in the
Hmm.
match, which happened.
Got it. Right.
There was going to be no interference until the end of the match. There was interference in the middle of the match. Solo Sikoa came out of nowhere, did damage. They brought it back to the ring. Remind you that this situation happened outside the ring during the middle of the
Right.
match. They came back in, and as soon as Jey Uso was about to win, he had him.
Yeah.
There goes Jimmy pulling his foot, took his leg, got him out of the ring, and that was a wrap. Okay. It's all about respect, bro. That's what it boils down to. He is the honorary tribal chief, Roman Reigns, the chosen one. He did what he had to do. He got the bloodline together. Yes, he orchestrated everything so they can have all the gold. But once they lost it, it was almost like, yes, it's Roman Reigns mean, difficult, whatever it is, of course. But that's what a leader does. He's not there to
Hmm.
satisfy you. He's there to push you to make it better.
Right.
So a lot of talks about, oh well, someone is going to be the next tribal chief, and now they point fingers at Solo Sikoa. I don't think anyone is going to be a tribal chief. I really
No,
don't. I don't think
I,
I don't think the scenario, the storyline is going to go deep as to who changes hand for to be a tribal chief.
no, I think once this storyline is done, the tribal chief character is gone too. Doesn't matter who it is. I think Roman Reigns will stay the tribal chief for forever, in a sense,
Hmm.
or the storyline ends. Once the storyline ends, and that storyline is going to end once Roman drops the title. And I think that once he drops the title, he's going to go on a hiatus vacation for a while, and that's it with the bloodline. That's it with the tribal chief. That's it with all that.
Mm, okay. I say it's going to be a long time for that to happen. I'm going to believe in Paul Heyman's words when he said, dude, we're just getting started. This is the bottom of the third inning. That's what he said in the press conference. There's still more to tell, and this is the biggest hit in WWE with the storyline. And that is true.
Yeah, it is. But you know what? How long are you going to run a storyline
Well, it's
until
in
it gets
chapters, though. Look at Star Wars, the movie Star Wars. How many movies do
nine
they have?
movies? Nine. No.
Did you not
Well,
get tired?
yeah, they have no because
It's pretty
man,
awesome, ain't it?
yeah.
Just like the story. Now, the it was like the first couple of chapters where we're introducing Roman Reigns as his comeback from being absent for a long time, right?
Hmm.
Um, won his heavyweight championship at Payback the week after SummerSlam.
Right.
Then year months later was the other belt. So he's a two-time champ, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then his twins, they become double champs too. And
Mm-hmm.
so you add another chapter. Now you got Sami Zayn. That's a chapter, right? And
Right.
then once he was ousted, now here's the next chapter. Okay. So now let's go to the top of the fourth inning. There ain't nobody there but the Usos. It's going to be Jay versus Jimmy. That's the storyline. That's the focal point. Now we're going to see their views, their perspectives within the bloodline. That's how I'm
Yeah,
seeing
I could see that point. I could see it that way.
it. And that way you're protecting Roman Reigns to still being champion because
Hands down. Yes, you are.
he's beating everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just
He's
saying.
beating everybody.
Well, unless Gunther goes to SmackDown, then that'll be an awesome match because look on the other side, Gunther is about to break Hall of Famer. Um,
Pedro
oh my God,
Morales,
no, not Pedro
not Pedro.
Morales.
No,
No,
Honky Tonk.
yeah, the honky tonk
Yeah,
man. Yeah, so I can
that's
see that's gonna happen. That is
yeah. I think right now these titles are being held,
really long,
for a really long, and they're all starting to break records.
and records are meant to be broken, but this is legit. Like there's nobody else. Look, Gunther manhandled Drew McIntyre. Roman Reigns has manhandled almost everybody in that roster except for Gunther. I don't think he had a match with almost yet. You know what I mean?
No,
Like there's just so much, but it's
yeah,
not in
but
Roman Reigns' path yet.
I don't really consider almost much of a not a character, but as a threat to Roman Reigns. I think he's big, he's powerful, but I still think he's big for nothing
Mm.
because he hasn't proven anything as the dominant big man that he should have been proving.
Mm-hmm. So I say it like this: this storyline is that they're going to fight it out, and then this might be look like Sheamus and who is the other? Who was Sheamus' old partner that won titles, championship titles? Cesaro.
Cesaro.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So remember how they battled and they fought 7 times, but at the seventh match, it was dead on even.
Yeah, they
And then
fought forever.
all of a sudden, they became friends and ran through the tag team division. I could see them in a similar situation with the Usos. They fight each other, exchange words, fight for how many other times they're gonna fight, and then they're gonna come back together as brothers.
Yeah,
But will Rikishi show up though?
I think at this point he might have to. He might have to lay down the
I
law with those two brothers.
I thought he was gonna come out in SummerSlam, but I was wrong. Just like I
I
thought The
thought
Rock
so
was gonna
too.
come out too, but I was wrong too.
Yeah, I thought so too, man. But that didn't happen.
Nah. So that's it. I mean, what more could happen on Friday Night SmackDown? I'm really curious to see what's gonna happen.
Yeah, that's I think the only thing really. I mean, what the other thing would be Austin Theory, but there's nobody on him right now except for actually Santos Escobar. But I don't see him losing the title to Escobar.
All right. So again, this Friday, Jimmy Uso returns to acknowledge his tribal chief. Um, more to that. Also coming up this Friday is the phenomenal one is set to take on Karrion Cross. Now Karrion Cross cheated and pulled AJ Styles out of the battle royal. That was hilarious. This guy always get cheated on. But yeah, that's gonna be set. The United States Championship is on the line. Austin Theory versus Santo Escobar. I just don't see it. I really don't.
I
But
don't either. I don't see that. I don't see Austin Theory dropping that title right now. At
you know
least
what
not to
else?
Santos Escobar.
LA Knight. I thought LA Knight was in SmackDown. Am I wrong?
I, I think you're right.
Because I'm thinking like if he won, then that means that he'll go next in line for the United States title. I thought he was on SmackDown, but then all of a sudden now he has beef with the Miz.
Yeah, he was on SmackDown.
Yeah. So I gotta once he take care of the Miz, I got a feeling he's gonna go over there on SmackDown and take the US title. I think so.
Yeah, I would hope so. I mean, he needs a push.
Oh,
I mean,
he's got
he's
the
getting
push already,
right. He has to push.
right?
And I think a title run for him, one of those mid card titles, will be good for him.
Absolutely. But
He's won me over.
it'll be interesting to see who comes on top with AJ Styles and Karen Cross. Because I got a feeling the winner of that match could go against Austin Theory as well. Just forget about the world title. That's not even in existence for the rest of that roster in SmackDown.
No, I think yeah, on SmackDown right now, that the only title you have is that U.S. Championship. I no one's gonna go after Roman.
No.
Doesn't make any sense. So we'll see how
Cool.
that works.
Well, there you have it, man. The questions need to be answered to see if the bloodline, how's that story is going to fix out between the Usos. The United States Championship is on the line. You got Karen Cross versus AJ Styles. On the other side, Seth freaking Rollins versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Will Damian Priest cash in, or will he put his Money in the Bank briefcase on the line against Finn Balor? And then how is JD? Yeah, how is JD going to be involved in all this? Will he be the next person to be inducted inside the Judgment Day? That right there, I'm gonna tell you right now, there's already a conflict because JD made a smart remark about the Money in the briefcase, and Damian Priest like, who the hell is he? You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy,
No,
crazy talk.
no, for sure.
Yeah,
It's. I mean, I think the only way for JD to be in the Judgment Day is gonna be if
I think he's already in after attacking Sami Zayn. I think he's already established that he is the member of the Judgment Day, at least with Finn Balor.
with Finn Balor. I think Damian Priest will have to be out
Yeah.
because I don't think those two are gonna get along.
Well, hey, that's going to wrap up our show. I know it's short, trying to brief on almost everything that's happened, but I know our show is going to be longer enough next week. But yeah, I'm liking it. More stories to tell. This is a never ending storyline on both sides of the brand. I'm loving it. And I can't wait till we start seeing concrete names for these match cards for WWE Payback. I'm Obi-Wan with Frank. Thank you for watching. Gotta love some wrestling, right?
Gotta love
Absolutely.
it.